learning everything that's being asked of you in that position?
I feel like I'm doing pretty good. Every day is like another step towards learning something new. Especially in this offense, difficult offense, just to like kind of jump in and learn for your first time. So just taking it day by day, learning the playbook. There's still little details within every play that I need to get better at. So just doing it.
When you were drafted, it seemed like that the starting five was already out there. Now with the injuries in front of you, the number of reps you've gotten, the amount of time in the preseason games, can you kind of wrap your mind around that you could be out there Monday night against the Jets?
Yeah, like, it's definitely at the back of my head. But at the same time, it's still you got to go and play Vegas on Friday. So just kind of just taking it day by day. That's kind of how I've done things my whole life, especially with football. So I mean, I'm not looking too far ahead because I know that can get you in trouble. It's like where you are now. So yeah.
In that first preseason game, you seemed like you kind of almost picked up Mason and kind of threw him across the line.
Yeah.
What did you see on that play? And that is that kind of the job of an offensive lineman? You got to just kind of be prepared to help out any way you can, huh?
Yeah, so I mean, just pushing the piles like a lineman thing. I think it's also just fun to do because like anytime you're on the 1 yard line or your running back's on the 1 yard line, I mean, you don't want to you don't have to get up and run another play. So you might as well just go try and push the pile and get him in now. I just pulled around, got the linebacker out the way, and I just saw him. He was just kind of stood up at the 1 yard line, and I was like, I mean, why not? Just go try and score now. So, yeah.
Did you come here with the goal of being a week one starter, or did you even let that enter your mind?
I didn't let that enter my mind. I just thought just attack every day like I can, like I know I can. It's kind of like a repeated like thing that I keep saying, but like just taking it day by day. Obviously, like I don't know, I don't have the experience that all these other guys have, so I mean, I'm kind of at a disadvantage there. So just using these preseason games, like the reps in practice, just getting to know the guys that I'm playing next to, because you never know who it'll be. So yeah, I'm just using all that day by day.
The guys that have been in that position before you that are hurt, Spencer and Feliciano, have they been helpful in terms of guiding you along? And
yeah, they've been super helpful. Spence, when I would come off the sideline, I would ask him all the questions in the world. He'll come up to me and tell me things that he thinks I could work on. So he's been super helpful in that way because obviously that's something that he doesn't even have to do. And I know a lot of guys, or I've seen on other teams like positions, they'll kind of not mentor the young guy just because, I mean, it's just a difficult thing to do. But Spence and John, they've been super helpful with me. When we watch film, they always help me out because they know all the little details. They have all the experience that I don't have. So, I mean, anything they tell me, I'm listening for sure.
I was just talking about how different college offensive line play is in the pros. Just how has that process been for you, adjusting to
going against the NFL guys now,
or just in terms of even the style, like how you, not just the guys you're going up against, but just the way you play offensive line, just the way you block, the way
how's it changed?
The teamwork. How has the process been for you? Adjusting to that.
So yeah, I just think the biggest thing going from college to the NFL is just the playbook. The more you know the playbook, the faster you can play. The more you know your technique, the less you question it. So for me, it's just like, can I hammer these things down every day at practice? Because there's still things I need to get down for sure, just like everybody else. But football's football. It doesn't change much. It's just like the more you know what you're doing, the more confident you are, the quicker you do it. So yeah.
Have you played right guard much before this year? And how long did it take you to feel comfortable?
No, I haven't played right guard.
How long did it take you to feel comfortable there?
Oh, here?
Yeah.
Probably like a week.
A week?
Yeah.
Dominick, did you see brick by brick?
Yeah.
Did that surprise you what you heard Fred Warner say about you?
Yeah, it did, for sure. I mean, that's a crazy compliment from a heck of a player. All my friends and family obviously saw it too, and they were just sending it to me like, yo, this is crazy. But yeah, I mean, that's just something like I'm gonna look back on whenever I'm done with football, and I'm just like, wow, like, I mean, this guy's probably gonna be a Hall of Famer. So the fact that he's saying that about me is really cool.
Has he said it to you?
Yeah, no, he always tells me good job in the locker room. Like he'll tell me just keep stacking days, keep working. Being a rookie's tough, but you're doing a hell of a job. So he's awesome.
Are there other defensive players that talk to you, give you advice? Do any of the defensive linemen give you tips or anything like that?
Yeah, it's mostly the D tackles. Because the D tackles, they'll ask me and the other O linemen questions just about how we'll block them if they do a certain move or what they saw if they're giving something away in their stance. So it's really kind of like an iron sharpens iron thing. So I mean, it's just like that's the kind of talk we have, and I'll ask them like if they beat me on the move, I'm like, did I flash my hand too soon? Did I lean? Like, what'd you see there? And they're more than willing to talk to me because like we all have one ultimate goal at the end. So
Did you do a
Guys,
Did you do a
kind of
pirouette? Oh, I'm sorry, man. Go ahead.
You've got some different types of defensive tackles that you go against. You know, really big guys like Elliott and sort of quicker guys like Kevin Gibbons. I mean, how's that been for you? And any one of those types more difficult to go against day to day?
I think all the D tackles here have their own game. Like you said, Givens is quick, but he can bowl, and obviously Hargraves he can bowl too. He's crazy. Malik Collins gives you about everything in the bag, which I think has been probably the most helpful thing for me, is just seeing someone like that, and then going against other guys like on game days. It's like I've seen everything they can give me. Obviously Jordan with the bull rush too, and KD. So this D tackle group gives you everything from bowl to speed to power to finesse. And I think that's the best thing for me because you practice against that every day. I mean, it just kind of makes everything else easier.
Did we see you do a pirouette the other day in the one of those blocking schemes? It seemed like you kind of flipped around. What was the talk in the room when they showed that play?
Oh no, it wasn't much talking. Are you talking about the spin?
Yeah, you kind of spun around.
Well, so yeah, I just jumped the three. I saw the end drop. I stepped on McKibben's foot, and I knew I was like, he's probably like anytime someone steps on my foot, there's no way I'm gonna get the block now. So like I stepped on his foot. I know I probably messed him up. So I was like, let me just try and see if I can help him out. And I did, but that was completely on my fault. Like I stepped on his foot. It kind of hindered him from doing what he needed to do. So I just tried to make up for it.
How would you describe Chris Forster's coaching style and what you've learned from him since you've been here?
Yeah, he's got an awesome coaching style. It's very straightforward. Like he don't beat around the bush or nothing, which is the kind of coaching I think everybody needs. He'll tell you good job when you're doing good, but when something you need to work on, he'll tell you no problem. So he'll get he just gives it to you straight up. But at the same time, he teaches very well. He's patient with you. He just takes his time. He knows he's got a lot of experience too, obviously as a coach. So I mean, I like him. He does a lot for me.
What's the most challenging? What's the most challenging aspect of playing guard as opposed to tackle?
Just working with less space. I think tackle is harder in pass pro. Obviously, when you get the one-on-ones, you got all that space out there. I think run blocking is probably more of a harder job on the guard just because heavier dudes and you got less space to really create room and run off the ball. So I would say run blocking is probably a little bit harder.
Did you have to do anything in terms of when you came here, you knew you were going to be a guard in terms of your body and just preparing for, like you said, those bigger bodies? Did you have to do anything different in your preparation for Kansas?
For my body?
Yeah.
No, not really. So I played guard in 22 at Kansas, kind of with the same build as I played tackle in 23. So, I mean, I figured I'd be fine. Just keep getting stronger and just kind of get a good anchor.
Jim Nagy, the Senior Bowl, Jim Nagy said that you were about the only guy in this last draft that could play all 5 positions. What is it about you that people evaluate you where you can play every spot along the line?
I think I just have a good build for it, honestly. Just kind of like I'm not too tall where I can't go play center. I'm not too short to where I can't play tackle. I got kind of average arm length for both positions. But at the same time, I go back to Kansas. Just Scott Fuchs, my online coach, and Lance Leipold just cross-training me in different positions. I got to play center, guard, and tackle at Kansas. And it's probably the thing that's helped me out the most in the NFL is just being able to do so much because I understand they understood how much value it gives you in the NFL. And I didn't know it at the time, but obviously it just helps you out. The more you're able to do, it just makes it easier on decisions.
Your teammates, what do they call you? Dominick, Puni, rookie? What do they call you?
Everything. Dom, Dominick, Puni, Poondog, literally everything. Rookie, yeah, everything. So,
do you have a preference?
No, not yet. You got to do whatever you want.
Thanks, Tom.
Appreciate you guys.
Thank you.